कुठं गेलं? मला आठवतंय 4 दिवसापूर्वी मी इथंच
आर्या?
ठेवलेलं. असं कसं काय कुठंतरी गेलंय?
आर्या
हो, इथं असेल.
आर्या
अरे कोण पडला?
काय हे आर्या, तुला शोधत आले ना मी. काय करत बसलीयस? उगीच गोष्टी पाडू नकोस. चल, पॉडकास्टचं रेकॉर्डिंग करायचंय. व्हॉट वर यू डुईंग एनिवे?
Well, I was finding the Amrut-tulya mixture of sugary sweetness and milky sourness with any flavor you like, the ever-divine Shrikhand,
Wow.
and somebody startled me. That's why I couldn't find it and everything in my hands fell.
Ah, Shrikhand, your favorite. I think everyone will agree that it is quite impossible to get over an urge to eat Shrikhand.
Obviously.
Yes. Well, now that you've already so loudly told the topic of this episode, let us begin. Also, please press the like button if you enjoy listening to our podcast.
Shrikhand. This was actually not the only name this sweet dish goes by. In the earliest records of Shrikhand, we can find the name Shikarini mentioned. K.T. Acharya, a famous food historian, mentions in his book the nature of this ancestral dish. He writes, to dewater curd, it was hung in a muslin bag for a few hours. Sugar and spices added to the mass yielded Shikarini, identical with modern-day Shrikhand, noted around 500 BC.
So, that was a train announcement, as we could see. Somewhat like it.
Continue.
So, Shrikhand is another one of our easy-to-make dishes. It involves a literal 3-step process, unlike the train announcement. Usually, curd, which has a lot of accumulated malai, is used, hung overnight to form chakka, and then this chakka is aerated by mixing to form Shrikhand, obviously with the fruits, nuts, sugar, and fruit puree.
So Shrikhand making involves a crucial step at the end. You know, adding the pizzazz of sugar, nuts, and any other fruit pulp or puree that might suit your tastes. माझा तर फेवरेट obviously आम्रखंड आहे.
Obviously.
मस्त आंबा घालून.
Yes, like actual real pieces of amba ghalun.
Yes.
That's a thing. So, Arya, the next time you crave for Shrikhand, or rather Amrakhand, try making it on your own. You might remember where you keep it and won't hunt for it every single time.
Gotcha. I'll make sure not to keep any for you. Podcast side note, everyone.
Woohoo!
We just learned Shrikhand is made by curd or dahi. But how was curd even discovered? Well, dahi is a pretty basic dish. That's why it's really hard to exactly pinpoint when and where the dish originated, as it was accidentally discovered by different civilizations at relatively similar times and way early too.
Yes, dahi is a pretty old lady. Ancient lady. One account of dahi goes that one day, a long time ago, in an extremely sunny afternoon in the desert, nomadic tribes were traveling on camelbacks. They stored milk in the gut flasks to keep it cool and away from the burning heat and sun, knowing they have a long journey ahead of them. The gut flasks were, you guessed it, made of animal guts because it's a pretty long time ago. They really tried their best to keep food cooler, so sometimes had to take what are now considered disgusting measures.
Yeah. So, what happened was the bacteria that lives inside the animal gut still remained in the gut flask that these travelers made. And so, with the heat of the desert and the bacteria combined, it curdled the milk that it was carrying. This doesn't sound good while I'm saying it. Hence, curd or dahi was accidentally discovered. once that was discovered and was safe to eat, of course, we being humans, we got creative and made so many delicious products that could remain from being spoiled for up to a month or so. These were like chakka, paneer, cheese and Shrikhand.
Yeah, Shrikhand. Arya will eat Shrikhand if you give it to her after a heavy meal.
Of course, when food is offered, we have to eat it.
Yes, but you're the one offering to eat.
Well, I have to keep promises to myself too, right? Now, I know that Shrikhand is life. Literally, it's a significant moment of our history.
Close bracket. Now, to the ongoing Shrikhand segment. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like and share.
Well, the Akhyan of curd ends here, but the Akhyan of Shrikhand doesn't end there, as the origins of this palatable and easy dish are quite askew. जेवढं मस्त लागतं तेवढंच त्याचं आख्यान कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वाटतंय.
Dates there. Although there is no exact record of how the dish came about, the legend states that traveling herdsmen hung curd or yogurt overnight to make it easier to carry while traveling. The thick yogurt that was collected the next day was mixed with sugar and nuts to make it palatable during the long journey.
Wait. So all dairy foods just happened to be discovered by travelers?
Interesting, you know. Dairy products do travel a lot. Also, there's a mention that Shrikhand as we know it now appeared in writings on food in Kannada as early as 1025 AD. It refers to Lokopakara of Chavandaraya, which says it was known as Shrikarani at that time. After that, Supashastra by the poet Mangarasa refers to Shrikhand in 1594 AD. So the new name seems to have caught on at least by then, so like 16th century.
The exact origins of Shrikhand are unknown, but the trend of its popularity in the western states is not unnoticeable. You see what I did there?
Yes, everyone saw what you... Yeah.
So the dish is so famous in Maharashtra and Gujarat that on every special occasion, the lunch or dinner menu must include a kind of Shrikhand at the end, at least as an option. Rajasthan and Punjab, on the other hand, also join in on the Shrikhand trend and have their own variations of the dish.
Also, guys, just a reminder, friendly reminder here, make sure to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more episodes like this.
Now let's skip to the Ayur time.
Wait, what are you talking about? What's Ayur time?
Oh, you know.
Oh, do you mean Ayurved time?
Obviously, what did you think?
Nothing. You really need to come up with better short forms.
I know. I just said what I thought of first.
But the tune was nice.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
The tune isn't mine. Okay. No,
Yeah.
the tune ain't mine. Anywho, let's go. So we asked our Kaku, Leena Kaku, who is known for her delicious strawberry and mulberry Shrikhand recipes and for her expertise in nutrition, to share some facts on Shrikhand. What Leena Kaku said was that Shrikhand is probably the easiest dish to make compared to any of the other Indian sweet dishes. Shrikhand has all the benefits that come with milk because, it's basically concentrated milk, that is chakka, with sugar and any flavor you want. It has all the proteins and all the vitamins that come along with milk. Now, the sugar that is added in Shrikhand is probably just there to increase the shelf life of Shrikhand. And obviously, it makes it sweet. That maybe in the traditional times they added sugar just as a taste enhancer and a shelf life enhancer. Now we add it because, it's supposed to be sweet. Another fun fact of Shrikhand is that it's not a dish that is cooked. It's not a cooked dish, which means you don't heat it up or fry it or any of its ingredients even. That means all the natural benefits of its ingredients are retained when it becomes a final product. So obviously it is very nutritious.
Well, now that we learnt about Shrikhand's nutrition, sad news for Arya here, because according to Ayurveda, it doesn't recommend consuming dahi or yogurt, which is practically the ancestor of Shrikhand. The reason for this is because dahi is considered both kapha and pitta aggravating. It is rather recommended that buttermilk, sweet tak, be consumed, as it will ease dahi's effect due to dilution with water and other spices. There you go, Arya, tak wins.
Wait a minute. The exception, which is fresh homemade yogurt, is actually considered good for vata and pitta. Okay? Exception. It's because it's fresh, which makes it sweet rather than sour. And then, as dahi ages, it ferments, making it too sour for pitta. So I can still eat dahi. Tak does not win.
True, but good for you. Greek yogurt, for all practical reasons, is like regular store-bought yogurt itself. It's just thicker and not that sour. That's why it's considered kapha aggravating and slightly pitta aggravating too. So Greek yogurt, people, it's not something you should go for, regular old dahi. It is.
Now, if we factor in the nuts that we add to dahi or even Shrikhand, we see that they too are kapha aggravating. That too in excess.
So sour dahi, a no. Greek yogurt, a no. And nuts with dahi, sometimes no, I guess. Then the dish has an improper balance of heaviness and sweetness. That's why it's a no. So to balance it out, we add spices like cardamom and saffron. Both of these are digestives. Cardamom is 3-doshik, so according to the last episode, we learned 3-doshik is perfect, so it's good for digestion. Saffron, being 3-doshik, pacifies pitta and is great for blood purification, reducing inflammation, and for the skin and eyes.
Chala. Now that we know the Purvakyan of Shrikhand, I can go and devour the remaining Shrikhand.
Of course you can. Also, can I just have one bite?
No, goodbye.
Just one
Bye.
small,
No.
just, come on.
Say the ending statement and come fast, I'll leave you some.
Okay, thank you. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share it, okay? Bye! See you with another dish in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Dena.
Disclaimer. This podcast does not wish to harm any values or opinions of any person or community. This is merely a history podcast to share information.